Today I am going to tell you about how to write the question paper for Standard 10 and what are the problems in understanding the questions. English grammar discussion. It has come to our notice that many students are reluctant to study grammar. There are two main reasons behind this. The very first reason is basic grammar is not taught properly. There is lack of understanding its rule, lack of practice like regular solving exercises, reading various books, especially story books. Students do not read them, and dictation is not given regularly, handwriting is not neat, and they cannot even speak basic sentences properly. Many students are not able to understand the meaning of the question asked and so are unable to solve the paper, resulting in reducing their score. Reading is very important to improve writing skills. Whatever thoughts come in their mind or the answer which they know, many students are not able to write them in correct grammatical order. The errors or misunderstanding the question given. We will see where these students go wrong in answering them. We will deal step by step according to the paper pattern, the type of questions asked. First, about completing the word chain. It is given in three types. First one, complete the word chain. Here the first word is given. The student is expected to use the last letter of the given word and write the next word and continue in this fashion. Here any word can be written because it is not given whether you have to complete the word chain of adjectives or nouns. It is just word chain. Means you can write any word. Secondly, complete the word chain of adjectives. Here the student is expected to write adjectives only using the last letter of the words. Third one, complete the word chain of nouns. Means he is expected to write only the nouns. Complete the word chain of adverbs. Means write only the adverbs. It is necessary to read the question carefully. Secondly, antonyms and synonyms. Antonyms means writing the opposite word of the given word. Previously, the word opposite was used, but now we say antonyms. Synonyms, writing the words having similar meaning. Second one, open-ended or self-answer question. Many students are unable to follow this question itself. These questions should be answered self-opinion related to the subject of the passage or the text given. Means he has to write what he will do in the situations which are given in the passage. Example, the lesson is about a storm. Then it is given in the lesson how the people suffered. So the student has to imagine that he has experienced the storm and what he will do, how he will help the people in such disastrous conditions. This question has to be written in his own words. Next, writing present participles where the last word is repeated. For example, run. Its present participle will be running. The last letter N is repeated. Similarly, other words will be swim, swimming, cut, cutting, etc. Now, write two compound words. Here also the students are confused. Writing compound words means joining two words of different articles to form a new word of totally different thing or article. Example, tooth and paste. The compound word will be toothpaste. Foot and ball. The compound will be football. Homophones. These are the words where pronunciation is similar but spelling of the word is different and so is their meaning. Here, here, no, no. Homographs. Here the word is single but its meaning is totally different when the same word is used as a noun and as a verb. Example, train. He trained his dog. Here train is used as a verb. The train left at 4 p.m. Here the word train is used as a noun. Punctuations means using different signs like open commas, close inverted commas, commas, question marks, exclamatory marks. These are used to write sentences in direct speech mostly. Arrange the sentences in proper order means the given sentences are not in correct sequence of action. These are used to write sentences in direct speech mostly. Arrange the sentences in proper order means the given sentences are not in correct sequence of action. The student is expected to write the sentence as correct sequence of action. The same sentences are to be written. No change must be made in the sentences. Example, I made a garland. I go to the temple. I brought the flowers. I offered the garland to God. Here, the correct sequence will be I go to the temple. Then I brought the flowers. I made a garland and I offered the garland to God. Student must carefully think of the order of action and then write the sentence one below the other. Pick out the infinitives. Infinitive is very easy to pick out from the given sentence. The verb which carries to before is infinitive. Example, to play, to read. Student must write the infinitive or underline it as to play. Web diagram. Web diagram means a box is given with the word written in its center and other 4-5 empty boxes are given where the student is expected to fill the words or short sentences related to the given word. The related word or the sentence should be written in boxes which are drawn neatly and arrows are drawn. For example, Arjun Singh, he was a fearless pilot, so his qualities can be written as fearless pilot, determined, skilled in flying aircrafts, first 5-star rank officer. Now for poetry. While writing figure of speech, students just vaguely write the types of figure of speech. They fail to write the line related to it and do not give the reason why that line is that particular figure of speech. Same is the case with central idea or theme of the poem. Here the student is expected to write the meaning of the poem in short in his own words. About preparing 2-3 letter words from the given word. Here the student is expected to pick out the alphabets from the given word and write new words. Each letter must be used only once. For example, respiration is the word given. From this you have to prepare small words like ration, pilot, pirate, pen. Identifying simple, complex and compound sentences. Many students fail to identify these type of sentences. Simple sentence, it has only one subject, one verb and one object. Example, Lina is writing a letter, where Lina is the subject, is writing is the verb and a letter is the object. Second type of sentence is compound sentence. Here there are two complete sentences carrying their own subject, verb and object and they are joined by conjunction is and but. There can be more than two sentences each joined by a conjunction. For example, he is writing notes and he is watching TV. Here he is the subject in the first sentence and he is also the subject in the second sentence. Complex sentence. Here one sentence is complete sentence, means it has a subject, a verb and an object of its own, whereas the latter part of the sentence is incomplete. It lacks the subject. Example, this is an umbrella which belongs to me. Here the subject is umbrella and in the remaining part the description of umbrella is given. Form filling. Size must be reduced. Many students use the whole page and sometimes more than one page. Half information is written on one page and the remaining on the next page. Form should carry a frame. Boxes must be drawn to fill the information. And lastly, submit must be written in the middle of the page. Flowchart. This type of verbal or to non-verbal information transfer is not correctly written by many students. They must understand the steps properly. Write them in boxes and draw arrows pointing downward as the events given in such passage has an order of information flow. Rhyme scheme. Many students are unable to write this correctly. In many poems there is no rhyme scheme, means they are free verse poems. How must a student write a rhyme scheme? He has to go through each stanza of the poem and match the last word in each line and give an alphabet to it. Then finally write the rhyme scheme for that stanza. Many a times there is the same rhyme scheme for all stanzas of the given poem, whereas in other poems rhyme scheme differs for different stanzas. Student is expected to go through all the stanzas and prepare the rhyme scheme accordingly. Capital letters. The use of capital letter is taught right from the first standard. Use of these letters is very important. Teacher can reduce mark if properly not written. All proper nouns carry the first letter capital and the first letter of every sentence has to be capital. Many students are careless in this matter. Picking out the clause. A sentence carries two parts, main clause and subordinate clause. Example, Mita will come when I will leave. Here the first part of the sentence is a complete sentence. The latter half means when I will leave is dependent on the previous half of the sentence. Means I will leave only after Mita comes. It tells the time when, so it is an adverb clause of time. Other types of adverb clauses are condition, manner, reason, place, comparison, etc. Transitive and intransitive. Intransitive, it is a sort of incomplete description. Example, nature suits and nurture. But what? What does nature nurture? It is not given what it nurtures. So this type of sentence is intransitive. Transitive. Rainbow colors the entire sky. Here it is given what the rainbow colors. Finite and infinite. Infinite verb. The sun began to sink, but where it is sinking is not mentioned. So the verb is infinite. The teacher gave reward to Mohan. Means here reward gave is the finite verb because as you know definitely that the reward is given only to Mohan. Degrees. Three types of degrees are seen: positive, comparative, and superlative. When the sentence begins with no sooner than or very few, it means it is a positive degree. Example, Mumbai is a busy port in Maharashtra. Uh, this is a simple sentence. No other port in Maharashtra is as busy as Mumbai. This is positive degree. Other ports in Maharashtra are not busier than Mumbai. This is comparative degree. Word register. Here a word is given, say military, and you have to write 4 to 8 words related to it. An example is given, military is written in the box, and then you have to write the words connected to it, like military operation, soldiers, ammunition, war, etc. Identify the type of sentence. This means you have to write whether the sentence is affirmative, negative, question or interrogative, and exclamatory. Collocation. Mostly adjective is used to complete the meaning. Example, stray dog, light drizzle, whole sentence. Question like, write the character sketch of person. A question is given where it is written, write the character sketch of a person. Here the student must give the qualities of that person, the work he did, his background, how he changed himself, and not draw the figure or picture of that person. Common mistakes made in the paper is use of words wrongly, which helps to lose the marks. Example, there, it shows the place, and THEIR is used for denoting living things. Similarly, other word is principal, the main person or authority of an institution, and principle, PRINCIPLE, means a concept or some main thing. Spelling of chief, thief are wrongly written. Plural of child is children. Many students carelessly write it as children's. Similarly, in case with the plurals of man, woman, they write men's, women's. This is not correct. It is incorrect. Among and between. Among is used when there are more than two persons mentioned. Between is used when there are only two persons. In a nutshell, it is very important for a student to read the question carefully, understand its meaning, and then answer it. Neat paper is very necessary. Handwriting has to be readable. Scratching the words, sentences must be avoided. Overwriting must be avoided. Writing the answer with full concentration and with a calm mind is essential to give good score. Keeping up the practice of reading, writing, dictation is very much necessary. Quick translation is necessary. Here one point is noteworthy. Word to word translation must not be done. Translate it according to the meaning of the sentence. Word can change their order and can also word can change and their order can also change. For translation, paper setters write the question like Write the answer in the medium of your language. This means this means your mother tongue. Means here in Maharashtra it must be translated from English to Marathi. Lastly, grammatical English and spoken English differ a lot. The type of grammar one uses to solve questions it is not usually used while speaking. In dialogue writing, write a complete sentence is very necessary. Do not answer like just yes, dash dash dash, and nothing is written after that. Practice of reading, writing, translation is very essential to improve English. It takes continuous efforts to acquire fluency in this language.